I'll be honest with you. It's fascinating to see that Star of David next to the Y right there.
Yeah.
Jake, you know?
Yeah. It's something different. That's for sure. Something special.
How did you wind up at BYU, Jake?
I had a crazy route when it came to recruiting and stuff like that. At a high school was COVID, shut down all the recruiting. So I went junior college, ended up playing at two different junior colleges. And then it was after my second season, BYU offered and it just looked too good to be true. It was Jaron Hall's getting drafted. Zach Wilson got drafted a couple years before.
Yeah.
So it was a spot to be a quarterback. And so it looked really, really appealing to a guy like me in junior college coming out and trying to compete at a high level. And the move to the Big 12 was also a huge deal.
Sure. And so was it you or coach that brought up religion in this conversation? Did you say, hey, you realize I'm not Mormon, I'm Jewish? Did that ever come up in this conversation, Jake?
Yeah, it's something that in recruiting coaches know, like they know that's part of this university. And so it's something that's mentioned. And what's cool is like my quarterback coach, who's an analyst here, Matt Mitchell, he's not a member of the church either. He's Christian. And so it was easy for him to talk to me about being of different faith, but at the same time, Christianity and being part of the church here is not too far off. There's definitely some big differences. But definitely being Jewish is a big difference than everybody else.
That's part of the reason why I wanted to, zoom in and have this conversation with you, Jake, because, again, football's football, right? And that's the beautiful part about this is there's a locker room that, it's about teamwork and it's about teammates and it's about finding commonality rather than anything else. And that's one of the many things I love about football. But this is definitely something unique, and I'm wondering how that hit you when you first got to Brigham Young and started meeting your teammates.
Yeah, when it came to the decision making of why BYU and breaking down BYU, the religion was something that definitely had to be talked about, and it was something that we didn't exactly see as a huge negative because one thing's for certain is I'll be able to keep the main thing here at BYU. I'll be able to take care of business on the field and in the classroom, get a degree without so many distractions. That's what's awesome about BYU is limited distractions. We're all about football. We're keeping the main thing. And that's honestly one thing that makes us so good on the field. It's a competitive advantage to have such limited distractions and stuff like that here. So, yeah, I mean, it's different though. I mean, first coming here, you get a lot of questions, but it's also fun to ask those same questions back and get to learn a lot about the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints here, more known as the Mormons. And it's a good time being here because everybody's super positive. When you're at a place like this that's so centered around faith, it was so easy for me to kind of grow in my faith. And so I got to become, more faithful in my religion and being Jewish, being here. It was easier for me to do that.
Well, and obviously, again, you're wearing the Star of David prominently, as you do always. You're not just doing it just for this interview. And plus, you guys, your teammates talk openly about it. Is it true your nickname is BYU Jew, Jake? Is that true? Is that really
100%. BYU Jew, that's me. Came up with it. I forget when exactly I came up with it. T-shirts.
I love it. You got the T-shirts going and everything. Uh-oh. I don't know. Is that a sign or anything that his Zoom just froze?
That's great. Not great.
No, it's not it. That's not a problem. That's kind of fun. Just in the middle of all that. Oh, my.
Went out on a high note there, though.
Gosh, well.
He's back.
Is he back?
Yeah.
You there?
No, he's not back. Oh,
he's not?
Sorry.
Okay. All right, hold on.
There he is.
You there, Jake?
There he is, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, you froze. I don't know if I bring up BYU and then all of a sudden your Zoom freezes. I don't know if that's a sign of anything going on, but so there's T-shirts and everything being made up right now?
Yeah, T-shirts, everything being made up, getting just leaning on it, you know what I mean? It's super positive to me, and I think it's just awesome to bring two communities together that honestly don't have much business being together, except for centered around me and football. And so it's a cool deal. I'm super happy with it. I'm super proud of it. I love the outreach I get from Jewish communities worldwide. I mean, I've had outreach from people saying cheering you on from Israel. I've had outreach from all over the country, Canada. It's truly become international. And the BYU brand is international because of the church. And so that's also a cool deal.
Do you talk about October 7th with your teammates at all, Jake?
Yeah, it was talked about. It was definitely, something that that was here and talked about a little bit. I mean, what was awesome is the support right away from coaches here. I mean, I was reached out by Coach Kalani and Coach Arod both, and my position coach. They reached out and said they were behind me. They were going to support me. Whatever I needed, they were going to be there to help me do whatever I had to do. And so something that's been tough, but kind of important, is to make sure I'm aware, but I'm not looking into the news while I'm here focusing on winning football games, because that stuff can really get in your head, and you see all the turmoil that it's causing and stuff like that. And so it's something that was acknowledged, which is important. But it's also not something that I've let overwhelm me and overtake what I'm doing here.
And in terms of Jake Retzlaff of a 7-0 BYU here on the Rich Eisen Show, do you have any contact with Steve Young, any of the BYU quarterback alumni base, as you're going through your business at all?
Yeah, it's cool, the connections we have here. Zach Wilson was at the game Friday night. Jaron Hall's around the building always. Those are the recents. Steve Young came up to me right before the Arizona game. It was kind of cool. He just appeared on the sideline right in front of me and said some good words of encouragement and stuff. And it was cool. He talked about me on the Big New Kickoff show. We had Fox here for that. And he's been awesome. I texted him a little bit, and he's great. He's sending me good words of encouragement, sending me advice. And it's somebody that I'll definitely try to lean on a little bit because he obviously had so much success. And that man is super bright, super brilliant. I mean, graduating from the BYU Law School, as well as winning Super Bowls and Super Bowl MVPs and stuff like that. He's an impressive man. And so just being able to kind of like pick his brain a little bit has been awesome for me. Then on top of him, we have great still in the building, like Robbie Bosco works here at BYU and as part of the athletic department. And so it's fun to be able to talk to him around the building too.
And in terms of quarterbacks that you grew up idolizing, I'm going to take a shot here because I did see a quick snippet as you were on your chair, which I believe during your bar mitzvah, maybe during the Horus celebration of your bar mitzvah, Jake. Is that an Aaron Rodgers Packers jersey that you're wearing at that moment?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers Packers jersey, the Green Bay Packers hat, the whole deal. That was my bar mitzvah party. We had it sports themed,
Yes.
and it was just wear your favorite jersey, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, Rodgers was my guy growing up. Right when he came in the league, end of the Favre era, he came out of Cal, and I just became a Packers fan looking at him because there was no Rams in LA and there was no LA Chargers yet. LA was kind of teamless for a little bit, and so I was looking elsewhere. And Green Bay looked fun. Watching Aaron Rodgers, I grew up trying to play like him and be like him a little bit. And so, yeah, Rodgers was my guy from day one.
And so is there any like part of your game that you have imitated him, modeled after him, that we can, next time we watch you again, we can pick out from that sort of thing? Jake?
Yeah, what I love about especially Rodgers at the beginning of his career is he moved so well and threw so well on the move and stuff like that. Like he was really good. He's not moving the same he was early in his career right now, but when he moved in his early career, he could pull the ball down, run it really effectively, but also scramble and make a play on the run. I mean, him and Stafford started the improvisation type stuff, and then Mahomes, of course, now is known most for it in this era. But I like to go back to the Stafford and Rodgers throwing off platform, being in awkward body positions and making accurate throws. That's something that I tried to learn early in my career and something that I'm trying to do, game after game here.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.